Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I have a question for you guys. Have you ever been married? Have you ever been embarrassed of your family? Answer for me, yes. I'm very embarrassed of my family. Me and my Aunt Barb was talking the other day. And on my grandmother's side of the family, all of them are thieves. And me and Aunt Barb, and she even admitted, she said she used to steal. I never knew that. She said, yeah, when I was a teenager, she said, I used to steal. And I said, wow. I said, that's something you admitted? I said, Aunt Barb, I never knew that. And I was telling her, she said, my grandmother's nieces and nephews, she didn't like them. So every time we would come to Warren, we would come drop grandma off on 4th Street at Uncle Paul's house, and she never wanted to stay with them. She said, they believe in that voodoo. She said, I'm not staying here. So I said, Grandma, no, you got to spend some time with them. She said, I'm not staying here with her. She said, I don't like her. She said, and she jumped right back in the car. I said, well, Nita, I tried. I said, you heard it for yourself. She don't want to spend time with you. I said, so I took her with me. And her feelings was hurt. But my cousin, my grandmother told me afterwards, she seen Nita perform a ritual on her altar that was in her house. I said, Grandma, I said, you knew that her mother was a French Creole. I said, you already knew that was in their blood. She said, I don't like being around that mess. I said, I get it. I said, well, you should have told her right when you were standing there. She said, well, I did. She said, I don't want to be around her. She said, because they're evil. So she's like, well, Aunt Horace, she said, I don't never get a chance to spend time with you. And she said, and you won't. My grandmother was something else. My grandmother passed away in 2012. And I always was with my grandma. I always spent time with my grandmother. She loved pop, and me and her used to go at it. I said, Grandma, I said, you don't, because she would have a issue where she wouldn't eat her food. And I said, if you won't get this soda, because she loved Diet Coke, I said, you won't get this pop until you eat your food. And she was like, oh, give me my pop. I said, no, ma'am. I said, you eat that food. I said, you eat them vegetables and you eat that chicken. I said, and you won't get this. And I would dangle it in her face. I would crack it open and dangle it in her face, and she would eat her food. Because see, if I would have gave her that pop, she wouldn't have ate. I said, no, you gonna eat that food. And then she always complained that she wasn't constipated. I said, well, you got to eat to make a turd, Grandma. See, my aunt, I didn't play with my grandmother. As far as her personal care, I told Grandma, get your ass and go in there and get your bath basket, get your robe and your house shoes and get your ass in that bathroom. I didn't play with her. I only had to tell her one time. And then my aunt would be like, well, she always fight me. I said, my grandmother know better than that. I told her one time, and she was in that bathroom in her chair in that tub, and I'm running her bath water. I didn't play with her. I didn't have to play with my grandmother. I told her one time, and that was it. Put her a little Epsom salt and a cup full of bleach in that bath water, and she had so much dead skin. I had to take the water out and rerun some more bath water, and wash her all over again to get all that dead skin and stuff off of her. And then she told me, she said, well, I slept so good. I said, yeah, because you had a good bath. I said, and you're going to get one every day. Then my aunt finally got her an aide when she saw her that she would take a bath, and her aide started giving her bath. And then my grandmother started loving baths. See, that right there lets you know, I've been doing this. So I've been taking care of my family a long time, and people just don't know. I worked in a salon and still took care of all my family members. Left my job to come here to take care of Wooey. Ended up taking care of another cousin, and now I'm with my other cousin taking care of them. People don't understand being a caregiver is not an easy job. Because you got to do everything. Make sure they have their medicine, their meals, their personal care. Make sure make sure they take in their medication properly. I've been doing this over 15 years and worked a full-time job and ran a business. So you know what? I always put my family first for me to be treated like shit from my family. But you know what? Karma is coming around very swiftly. And everybody that mistreat me, they about to receive their karma. Y'all have a happy Freaky Friday. Love you guys. Peace.